Happy Sunday. Oh, that was my man. Oh, shit. Damn it. Oops. Technical difficulties here. Okay. Hi. I just got a question. Somebody wrote me an email, and I just wanted to answer and make a generic type of response to it. I feel like I'm looking weird way. Anyway, I just wanted to give a bit of a response to it, and I have my coffee here. I didn't get my. I want to get my I Have Dreams Damn It cup. That sounds funny. I have dreams, damn it, cup. But I'm gonna get one from Lisa Murray, and I recommend to anybody who is doing 3Ds. I know if you're doing 3D, you have dreams. Damn it. So, oops. This light is acting funny, and it's going off when I jiggle it. I have a short lamp. It's an old lamp. But anyway, what I wanted to say was I have. Somebody asked me a question. I wanted to do a quick video just to sort of give a general response to anybody who would ask me this. And the question is, what 3D software do I recommend? Okay, that's a big question. So, and it has a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. So what I want to get out of the way first is what I want to get out of the way first is there's my light. I'm sorry, guys, but what I want to get out of the way first is that there's free 3D software online, and one of the places you can go to get it is a software called Blender. Blender.org, I think it is. I don't know the direct URL, but if you do a search on Blender and 3D, you'll probably find it. Okay, and so that's Blender. There's another modeling software that just does good subdivision surfaces. A free, very light, very easy to use, easy to learn. Lots of tutorials, lots of videos, lots of support to help you learn the software quickly. It's called Wings 3D, and I think that the companies are pretty related. I believe it's open source. So Blender has a lot of things it's used for games. It's really good. It's really free, and it's very powerful. I didn't mention that to the email, so that's one very, very good thing that you should look into if you're, low on budget, especially for software. Is very, very expensive. You have software that costs from, free, that is very good, to software that costs several $1,000s. Okay, so nobody's going to run out and just buy a piece of $7,000 software. So what you can do in most cases, evaluate the software first. Now, a lot of that has to do with what you're trying to get into. So a lot of the software is geared to a specific type of genre, a specific industry, let's say architectural, industrial design. And so you need to follow up on there. So in architectural, one of the softwares that I used for a great deal, for a long time in New York, was FormZ by Autodesk. But it's very specific type of software. It's great for architectural, and you can do a lot of things with it. But when it comes to organics, it's a little bit. It could use some work in some of the organic stuff. So with that, I use other things like subdivision surfaces and other software that does that. Now you can do that with FormZ, but I just wanted to recommend it because I know it to be a very powerful industrial design type of work. It's about $1,000, $800 to $1,000 if you're gonna do if you're gonna use it for industrial design, architecture. when it comes to architecture, is just fantastic. And also, another one I want to mention right off the cusp is um, ElectricImage. Now, I use ElectricImage and I've used it for a very long time. Again, another piece of software that I have sort of made a living at, then not sort of, but I made a living at in New York. But now I'm not living in New York, so so I don't specialize as much. But ElectricImage is very great. It's a little slow on the character stuff, but the character animation tools with this software is very easy to use. So the software is very Mac-like. It's very easy to use. I don't think it's more than $800. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but if you use it, it's very fast, very beautiful, quality film renderer. So it's an option. Those are two options that if you just need workhorse kind of software for industrial design, architectural stuff, architectural animation, and some character work is good. But that's mid-range. Then of course there's on both PC and Mac. There's Lightwave 3D. Most of the stuff that you're going to see on television when you first started with episodes and Babylon 5 was Lightwave. That's a very good piece of software. Now, a big piece of software that a lot of people are using is Cinema 4D. And basically, the character tools are really good. Particle animations, all that stuff. It's really, really, really good software. So Cinema 4D, Lightwave, Max is just gaming software. It's owned by Autodesk, not Autodesk. That's FormZ. So it's owned by Autodesk. Very, 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 very good software for gaming. Most games are done with it. Now, then there's the high end. Now, this is kind of strange because there's a lot of high end software. I'm talking specifically for 3D. Maya is the big 3D software, and it was recently bought by Autodesk, which is a 3D Studio Max. So if you're using Max already, it might be a bit of a good shift if you want to go into Maya because that software is the same. Now, the fact that it was just bought, how well of an investment is it? But it's the more expensive software. And it's a very, basically the classification of high-end 3D. And those were two things. You have Softimage and Maya, which used to be Power Animator. So Maya is pretty much the big 3D software that everybody uses. If you need a job, if you need to go into a studio and you say, I know 3D, the 3D software that they're going to ask or probably you will need to know is going to be Maya. Softimage is also basically that, but it was like the first 3D software for the high end for character animation. It's what Industrial Light and Magic used for like films that came out in the 90s, like Dinosaur, Jurassic Park. So that was the big software for that. Okay, that's great stuff. Now there's also stuff like Zbrush. Now that's one that I am just flipped out about because when it comes to organics, there's nothing like it. Now I'm not talking about specifically modelers, but there's Zbrush that does this micro poly subpixel displacement mapping. Cool, right? Just cool saying it. Let me say it again. Micro poly subpixel displacement mapping. What it does is allows you to do infinitesimal detail. It's just incredible. And so another software for modeling is Modo. That's another one. Mudbox is something very similar, but again, this stuff starts. Modo is not quite the high end, but it's a great modeler. There's tons of software that I haven't really talked about, but there's great stuff out there. So if you're gonna get into it and you just need a quick, simple 3D software, there's free software for that. Then there's levels to this thing. So then there's mid-range software that's Lightwave, Cinema 4D, ElectricImage, lots of stuff like that. Go to cgtalk.com, computergraphictalk.com, and you're gonna find a lot of forums where that's represented. Look at the work, go to the websites, decide for yourself. All of them have free demo software so that you can download it, take a look at it, evaluate it for yourself. Okay, I just wanted to give you Just quick overflow. If need be, I'll go over this again, but I just want to give you an idea about that.